we are back. Welcome everybody back to my 32 fan series. This is a familiar face, but not for the Atlanta Falcons, but today it's for the Atlanta Falcons. And this is my 32 fan series. So this is the first episode you're watching. I talk to one fan from all 32 NFL teams, and we just talk a little bit about the teams. I feel like nobody knows more about their teams than the actual fans of the team. Like we know the backups, and we actually know our punters' names. And so I think it's important to do these because most people don't know the punter names and we do. So if you just want to introduce yourself, let us know whatever you want to tell us about you and then how long you've been a Falcons fan.
Okay, so hello everybody. Some of y'all may know me as Lady E, but just in case y'all don't know my real name, it's actually Ebony. So just in case. But I am an Atlanta Falcons fan. I've been a fan since, you might as well say, we tot. I was born into this, family all hails from Augusta, Georgia. Shout out to Richmond County, but grew up in Atlanta. So it's Atlanta sports or nothing. But I think where my fandom really, really took off, because again, as a little kid, especially for a girl, I'm following my daddy, but I learned basketball and baseball first before actually taking a stab at football. But where my football fandom really, really started kicking and started getting more in tune is, everybody should know his name, Michael Vick. So I had a Michael Vick jersey dress with some Melissas. Oh. I did red and black Melissas. So
nice.
Yeah, that's showing my age a little bit. But yeah, that was when I really, 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 really started forcing my dad to take me to football, forcing him to understand. I was a cheerleader. He used to have on the side. I was a cheerleader. So, I was over there 1st and 10. Let's do it again. And I was really trying to understand the sport. Even though my team sucked, we really did. So, yeah, that's pretty much me. But yeah, it's Atlanta over everything. I don't care what anybody say. Y'all can 28-3 me all day long. I don't.
I love that. That's how I felt. I like my teams regardless. I don't care what you think about it. Those are my babies. That's my team. I'm cheering for them.
That's my look, I'm the only one that can talk stuff about them. I'm the only one that can throw shade at them. I'm the only one. If you try to throw shade, it's nothing if you buck season. You know what I'm saying? Right. So Saints fans should know very, very well. Anybody else in the division, we don't pay them really no mind. They do all of this chirping, but it's really between us and the Saints. So
I love it. Okay. Yeah. The division, there's always interesting things happening within divisions. And what I have found is there's certain teams that are kind of respected, but nobody still likes them. Then there's other teams where people are like, can you just not talk to me at all? And it seems like that happens a lot in the NFC
South. There is no respect whatsoever. Panthers are a little brun them. Tampa is like, y'all fans came out of the woodworks because y'all had Brady. So it's like, now that y'all don't have Brady, y'all think Baker Mayfield is the next coming of Jesus. So we really don't pay them no mind. And shout out to Mike Evans going to the 49ers. So we don't have to worry about that no more.
Yeah.
And then it literally is us and the Saints. Like, if people kind of understand how the NFC South history go, we were a part of the NFC West with the 49ers, and the Saints were with us too. So when we all got moved to the NFC South, that rivalry just came. So we still remember them paper bags. So, same thing, can't really talk. We swept them last year. So
yeah. You know what I just realized too is the NFC South is kind of like the SEC. Because I think that's how SEC is. It's like the same tone, same everything. Like, we don't care. Shut up. Leave us alone. If you talk about Georgia me, I have something to say.
Georgia don't like LSU. LSU doesn't like Georgia. We do not like South Carolina at all. And Florida, who?
Nobody cares.
We don't care.
I love it.
It's all love over there,
Okay. Well, how are you feeling right now about these Falcons? Like, what are your thoughts about just in the off season? I know there's a criminal case that happened that's continuing to play out. We don't even have to go down that road. But overall, getting a new coach, all of the new things, Matt Ryan coming back and being a part of the organization, how are you just feeling as a Falcons fan?
I don't even want to use the word optimistic. I'm still trying to figure out who we are.
If you like the content that you're getting, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave us a comment in the comment section below, and I'll let you get back to your video.
It's been you might as well say, 10 years. I'm just gonna go off for 10 years because that was the last time we really had like major success. Is 10 years ago. And them years seem bleak, very bleak. Like we really just didn't have a direction. And I'm speaking real. I'm not a delusional Falcons fan. We do have some that are out there. Shout out to them cowgirls that think every year they're going to the Super Bowl. But we've tried. I would definitely give that. And I'm going to be real. I'm giving half of this blame, a certain percentage. I'm still trying to figure out what percent that is.
Okay.
But a certain percentage to Arthur Blank, impatient. Since Arthur had taken over the team back in the early 2000s, this team really hasn't seen much success. Yes, we went to the Super Bowl one time. We didn't win. Michael Vick could have took us to the Super Bowl. We went to the NFC Championships and lost against the Philadelphia Eagles. So, like, shout out to Donovan McNabb that during that time. But when it's looking at it, like, we just have been we got Michael Vick, and I'm not going to harp too much on that, but it's like we got Vick. So everybody that's been Falcons fans didn't care about the mediocrity, the losing. We had Vick, know. And then when Matt Ryan came with Julio, Roddy, John Abraham, all of them good, all of them good. Even Michael Turner, Michael the Burner Turner. Let me put that out there. And then Tony Gonzalez. Like when you have like star-studded like that, you're expecting to do something. But a lot of people didn't like Matt Ryan either. Like people still don't think that he was one of the best. I'm like, he was the best in franchise history of our podcast. But legitimate
semantics.
So it kind of gets on me a little bit because not only we've been bleak, it's like when we have had success, it seems like we take 20, 30 steps back. So it's just like one of those things. Like, again, I understand Arthur Blank, he's the owner. But I'm like, Blank, you are not Jerry. Okay. They will never win until his casket sharp. Yes, I am throwing shade, but they went there until his casket sharp, honey. So Blank, we got you. You just got to give it. You got to let things play out. And I think that's where the impatience is coming in. Like you get rid of Dan Quinn because he's not winning. Raheem comes in and at least gives us some type of wins. You don't hire him. You let literally LaFleur walk, McDaniel walk. We already know Shanahan was already gone. So you let all of those good talents walk out the building. And now we're starting from scratch. Then we get
Stefanski.
Who what is I delete him out my dreams because of the simple fact he was that bad. What is his name? Arthur Smith. There we go. I delete him out my memory.
I forgot. You know what? I said Stefanski, but you're right. I forgot y'all had Arthur Smith for what?
3 years.
2 years?
No,
years. The one who said that like Bijan, like we're saving him or whatever he said. I'm like, bruh.
So at this point, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna give him 10% kudos because you made a team. You put a team together with paper clips and bubble gum. Okay. Sure. Matt Ryan didn't get his 4,000 yards, but he did get Kyle Pitts his 1,000-yard season, and it just went downhill from there. Deshaun Watson. Because Arthur Blank had a relationship with Deshaun Watson, it was like, go get Deshaun when you just literally said Matt Ryan would be a Falcon for life. Like, what are we doing? So, Julio not wanting to be there. I mean, we shipped his butt off on to Tennessee and, we all know that. But it was just a lot going on. Like, it was a lot going on. And it was just hard being like trying to have faith with this team during that time.
Right.
So,
okay.
Again, I still don't know where we're going because we didn't even keep Raheem that long, only 2 seasons. And it's just like, what are we doing? And if you ask anybody in the fan base and don't ask Black and Mild Twitter, I'll be on. Let me explain it to you. There's 2 sides of Falcon fans. There are 2 sides of Falcon fans. We have Black and Mild barbershop Twitter, and we have the actual ball knowers of Twitter. So please go ask the ball knowers of Twitter. Do not ask Black and Mild or barbershop Twitter. I'm just being honest because some of their comments, as soon as we got Michael Penix, everybody thought we were back. But you ask the ball knowers, we still got to test to see who really Penix is. So
right,
just
understood.
Just understand that. It's 2 sides of us. But in retrospect, with everything, like I said, we still trying to figure out who Penix is. That ACL injury did not help him. We did sign Tua. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what we're looking at on the offensive side of the ball. I know what we are with the defensive side because we kept our DC. So I get that. They want more pass rush. I get it. We're in the trenches, but I don't know what we're looking like on that offensive side of the ball right now. So again, this to bring it back all to say is looking very bleak. I have to wait until I see training camp and preseason to know the right direction where we're really trying to go, honestly.
Because, and for the record, it's because you are a ball knower, not Black and Mild side of Twitter. Yes. So shout out to you for that. So, okay, then, so the draft happens. What is one word that you would use to describe your draft class?
I would say a new GM, A+. And I know Matt Ryan has some tapping going on there, along with everybody else. But I'm gonna give it an A+, especially for us, like I said, with us not really knowing the direction that what we're supposed to be going per se. We didn't reach. We hit needs. This draft class wasn't really like a talented draft class. The joke is if there's a lot of Ohio State players that get drafted, that this is not really a good draft class. So I do believe it. So I'm just saying that, shout out to Kevo. But so it's just for me. Again, I know we set ourselves up very well for the 2027 draft class and off season. So I'm hoping that we do something this season, but I'm hoping that success leads us to making more right decisions. Because again, even though Terry's not with us, last year's draft class, chef kiss.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So, and then coming into this year's draft class was a little question mark because we didn't know what Ian was going to do, but to see what he has put together and to see what that front office has done has really given us a little bit of like, okay, now let's put all of this together and see what we get,
Love it. Okay.
So that's just kind of where we are.
Okay. Is there a day 2 or a day 3 pick that you think will end up being a steal?
Well, we only had a day 2 pick.
Oh, y'all didn't have any picks day 3?
No. We didn't have a first round. So
right.
Our pick started at day 2.
Got it. So you're saying y'all only had day 2 and day 3 picks.
3 picks. That was it.
Got
so
it. You're right. Because it got to the Rams.
It went to the Rams, and we won that trade. Shout out to Terry for making that. Even though he in trouble, we won that trade. We got 10.5 sacks for that. Okay.
Yeah, about that.
yeah. Even though he in trouble, so but we won that trade. So there's that. So I'm gonna be honest with you. They're like everything that we did was a steal, in a sense. Things fell to us in ways that we didn't think that were going to fall to us. And I did a lot of mock drafts because I really wanted to see, because it's been a while since we only had a day 2 pick, let alone because the last time that happened is when we made that major monster trade for Julio, and we were out of first round picks for probably about like 2-3 years, I think, to be honest. So it's just like, when I'm looking at it, you couldn't ask. I mean, we got AJ's brother, Avion from Clemson. We were talking about that. We didn't know because he literally was a first round draft on a lot of people's board, first round, possibly second round. But a lot of people, what pushed him more to the second round was that 40 time. So, but again, it's still, he's a thumper. So you still can get somebody that's willing to take a risk on that. So for him to fall to us, let alone we kind of traded back because that wasn't our original pick. So we kind of traded back a little bit. That gave me something. That gave me something. So 2 brothers in the backfield playing CB competition with each other, and they homegrown Atlanta. So love that. Zachariah. So here's the funny part. So when I was doing my mock draft, I actually ended up picking Dalen Everett, my Georgia guy.
Okay.
But
we got him.
Yeah. It's okay. At least he didn't go to the ops because I got some Georgia players that are playing for the ops, and it's woo Jesus.
Fair.
So yes, but having Zachariah fall to us was, again, I picked that, but I did a trade back with the Jaguars to even be able to do that in my mock. So to see that actually come alive and us actually really get Zachariah, we definitely need a wide receiver help. So let alone we did need somebody to kick off with kickoff returns. We were terrible. So to have that and have him fall, that was another steal. With that, again, a lot of people have question marks because of how Georgia used him, but I'm just like, I gotta understand we had a QB that is like throwing in the middle of the field. So
I was gonna say that's a Georgia problem. Yeah, that's not a him problem. He was great for USC.
It's like I said, we just again, somebody didn't like throwing in the middle of the field. Then we have Kendall Daniels from Oklahoma, linebacker. He was actually a safety that converted to linebacker. So Jeff loves those type of projects like him, because basically he is a Diablo, a younger version of Diablo. So when we lost Diablo last year to injury, you can tell we were missing something on that defense, especially when specifically was shown when we went to go play San Francisco. So yeah, that was not a thing. So I love that pickup. I still have to look up the DT we got for Washington, and Terrio Thompson. Still have to look him up. And then I put it like this: our 6th round picks, definitely got to look them up to see. A lot of people are kind of high on them, but but the one that I'm going to say is a steal is Harold Perkins Jr.
Ooh, I was surprised. Yeah.
I mean, again, a lot of people had him going a lot higher. And for the simple fact that he fell and we didn't have to trade up to go get him, he was right there. Yeah, that was a steal. If he can play like he played before his ACL injury and different things, we are perfectly fine. And on top of that, he said he was a Saints fan, and he's just like, you know what? Bump the Saints. I'm a Falcon now.
Okay. I love that. Immediately said that. I love it. Good for him.
I'm like, you are already in the rivalry, bro. Already, so it's just, I love that. Again, we are just, I like what Ian was doing. I like what he was doing. So we're going to see. We're going to see. We still have some contracts to sign. Kyle Pitts might be on the chopping block to be traded. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. I don't know what that's why I said it's bleak right now. I don't know where they're trying to go.
And to be fair too, I think sometimes when you get a new coach, also you think but then you don't know his thing or how he really does things too. So it makes perfect sense.
People have what they want to say about the Browns. The Browns is a terrible organization to begin with. Because again, why did y'all draft another QB?
Girl.
I'll wait for that video to come out because I want questions. I have questions that need answers to that because y'all already
I can tell you as of today that's been recorded, and I think we just because I don't think anybody really knows what the Browns are doing, respectfully, not even their fans. And so I don't know if I just lost you.
No, you probably lost my camera.
Oh, okay.
We're back.
Okay, cool. I don't know if people know what is going on with the Browns, even their fans. And so there's some things where I'm like, oh, okay, I can see the confusion. I'm not going to continue to press you so that you can be like, girl, I don't know. We'll see. Exactly. I'll just leave them where they're at. I don't even know at this time. Who's one player from the draft class you think will make the biggest immediate impact?
There's actually 2. So there's going to be Avion, Terrell number 2. It's going to be Terrell Island back there. So Terrell 2. So Avion is definitely going to be an immediate impact. A lot of people want him to play nickel. He already said he wasn't a nickel CB. So we're going to see. Like I said, I'm going to leave it up to Jeff to see what we're going to do. And Zach, like I said, we needed a wide receiver. We needed somebody to come in and help with that. We do have other wide receivers because we just got Zachariah back. Not Zachariah, but Zacchaeus back. We just got him back. And then we got the wide receiver from Philly. I can't think of his name right now. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue. But we what is his name? Is it Shelby? No, it's not Shelby. I literally forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue. Because it's like on the tip of, because I like he let me see. Let me go look at
Dotson.
There you go.
Dotson. Okay, there you go.
Sorry. I was gonna say Daniels.
Pull up good old Google.
Look, I was gonna say Daniels, and I'm like, it's not Daniels. So I was close. Yeah. But yes, we did get Dotson, and a lot of people were kind of happy about that too as well. So wide receiver room looking a little bit, but definitely that will make an impact, because if Zach even doesn't get on the field, like on a lot of downs, definitely in that kickoff return, we need it.
Yeah,
we need
punts.
It. So
yeah, all
of that. Special teams need it. Okay, let's put it like that. Our special teams were horrible. So like we didn't even have a kicker. We was going through kickers. I think we're still going through kickers. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So we're good on punters. We're good on the punter. It's the kicker. It's the kicker. So we're gonna figure out about that whole entire legitimately figure out what that is looking like for that. But those two are the ones that are gonna definitely make an impact like day one.
Okay. Is there anybody that your team passed on like multiple times where you were thinking, get them, take them, and it just didn't happen, that you think will come back to haunt you? Okay. So, we are back. Okay. We are doing our best, and we are women. We know how to multitask. We know how to fix things. We are problem solvers. Okay. Exactly. So we solved the problem and we are back just like we never left. So we left off on, is there a player your team passed on multiple times that you think will come back to haunt you?
So this can be looked at as like a whole bunch of drafts that people might think the Falcons. I mean, they can say we passed on Justin Fields. They can say we passed on Jalen Carter. They can say we passed on a lot of people. This year, I think it goes out to Lee Hunter. Some people were kind of upset we went Zachariah rather than going Lee Hunter when he was right there. So, again, I'm just gonna say this. You got people that are ball knowers, and you got people who go off of, black them out and barbershop and what they think. Because yes, DT was a major need for us, and I think that's our most problem position group is going to be our defensive tackle group. But we need wide receivers. We got to have wide receivers. And I'm not going to say this draft wasn't deep in wide receivers. I just don't think that they fit what we are looking for this year, especially when you can be used in multiple ways. So that's why, because we got to make sure our screen game is good. Zach can run a screen. He also can run routes, play in the slot. So again, we're just really at this point just going off what our need is. We did get a DT, but it wasn't a DT that people wanted anyway. But
fair.
Again, that probably would be the one that folks probably would say that we should have went with instead of So we'll see. Okay. We'll see.
Okay. So what would success look like for you all this year? Like, I know that you're kind of in. Okay, so that is the ultimate success, is getting into the playoffs.
We are on a basically 9/10 year drought.
Okay, fair. So what position groups worries you the most at this point?
Like I said, DT, a lot of people have that because we don't have a real true nose like they probably want for that defense. So that'll probably be one. And then QB. When we signed Tua, a lot of people weren't too happy that we signed Tua and said Tua was basically a concussion away from being out of football. So I'm not 100% sure, but I did say if I see him pop, lock, and drop it on the field, we're gonna have a problem. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
Okay. Where has this team improved? Where has the team improved the most from last season?
I said pop, lock, and drop it, but no. I'll be honest with you. I definitely would give it to the DBs because that was kind of like a weakness. Not our safeties. Not our safeties. And let me make sure, because it's not the DB group. Let me change that. The CBs are the ones that a lot of people, because everybody likes to include the DBs with the
with the
safeties. Yeah,
fair.
so our safeties is good. Safety's good. We straight. You know what I'm saying? We straight. But RCBs, we had Mike Hughes out there. That wasn't working. D Offer did show that he can play nickel. He did show that, but you still got Billy Bowman that's going to be coming back out for injury. So we got to see how that's going to work.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, definitely was them that a lot of people kind of were complaining about on there
Okay.
with that. So that is something with us getting Avion should be able to help. But we're gonna see. Like I said, I'm not doubting the kid. I'm
Fair.
not. I never doubted. But we all know that you playing a rookie CB the first season is gonna be some learning curves that are gonna
Yep.
happen. But again, like I said, if you got a good front seven, your DBs don't have to do too much work. They don't.
That's
We all
true.
know that.
That's
So
that's
uh,
my main battle cry, and everyone's like, "Yeah, but," I'm like,
that's
"No,
the
I know
trenches.
football, like just
That's the trenches.
fundamentally."
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
just
trenches.
like,
If you can get work done in the trenches, you can do that. I give a pure prime example. Go back and look at Georgia's 21 team. Go back.
mhm.
Them DBs didn't really have to do anything because the front seven held their own.
I
That's
mean,
why when it
we saw him in the
I,
Super Bowl do the same thing. Like
I'm just saying.
it's
I'm
literally
just
the same
saying.
thing.
I'm just saying.
So I
So,
love
but
that.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's just what it is. So that's hopefully we can get that turned around. Again, I'm not gonna say we're gonna get that turned around this season. It takes time
Yeah.
to do that. So hopefully by next season we'll have that, short up. But again, um we haven't seen somebody with 10.5 sacks, to be honest with you, since Abraham.
That's valid.
So so to have that pass rush, like I said, to have the pass rush there and different things that leads your DBs to do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, if we can shore
Okay.
up that group, we'll be fine. And like I said, D tackle, if we can get that, then we'll be fine on defense. Offensively, another position group is going to be that offensive line because we did have Caleb McGarry did decided he wanted to retire, but as we called it, that knee is cooked. Um, that knee is cooked. So that's we next year definitely is going to be offensive line more than likely first round if there is some good offensive linemen because we do have to
There
replace
should be some good
Jake
ones.
Matthew. Fingers crossed. You know they say it now until the season
Yeah.
start, but
Well, yeah.
until the
Well, to
season
be fair,
start.
I feel like you and I will know well before a lot of people because we pay a lot of attention to college football.
Oh no,
So,
trust me. That's why I said I'm gonna
yeah.
keep my fingers crossed and got my
Yeah.
eyes on some folks. But
Yeah.
we do need a left tackle. Jake Matthews is definitely getting up there, so that left tackle spot is gonna be open. I don't know how they feel about Bergeron moving forward. So again, might be some shake up rotation. Need a possibly need a center. Definitely know we're gonna need a right guard. So yeah, we're gonna roll with
Okay.
the punches. That's
You
why I
can
said
figure it out.
if I see two of Pablo, I can drop it. It's I
Okay.
got some comments, questions, and concerns. Just saying.
That's fair. What is the what is the one team? Oh god, I cannot. What is okay? What will this team do better than most NFL teams?
This is gonna be a joke, but I am
You might say
definitely.
something that I think you might say, so let me hear it.
It might be a joke, but this is coming from a true Falcon fan. What we would do better than most NLT is Falcon. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do better. Uh, Falcons will be the Falcons. It's gonna be hopefully. I just want to say it's gonna be a churn in this, but this has been just even new head coaches. We are gonna lose
Yeah.
games we're not supposed to lose, and we're gonna win games we're not supposed to win. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. So,
Yeah. I thought you
eh,
were gonna say, the experience, game day experience.
nope, nope.
Okay.
We cheap. I ain't gonna lie, we cheap. Our food and drinks and stuff is cheap in there. Yes, it is. But the thing about it is, we gonna Falcon. That's what we gonna
Yeah.
do. We
Okay,
do that
that's
better than
fair.
most teams. We Falcon.
All right, let's get through these quick round questions because this is going to be a trip. All right, so the first question is quarterback confidence on a scale from 1 to 5 with 5 being the highest.
You said what? You know what? Um, I'm gonna go with two. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
that's
go to
fair.
two because of medical concerns.
Okay. Okay. Coaching staff trust level from 1 to 5.
I'm gonna give them a three. This neutral.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna split it up. Head coach wise, three.
Okay.
Offensive coordinator, they kind of give him. I'm gonna give him a one because I don't know you, bro. I don't know you yet.
Okay.
I don't know you.
That's fair. And what about
Defense,
your special teams coach?
I think he's new too, so I don't know you either, bro. I'm gonna
Okay.
give you a one. We got rid of the old one. Now I'm gonna give you a one. I don't know you. I don't know you.
Okay.
DC, I'm gonna get at a five. I know you,
Okay.
Jim. I know you. So
Okay.
we gonna get
Fair.
that one a five.
Okay. I love it. Who do you think will carry the team this season, offense or defense?
Defense. Defense carried the
Okay.
team last season. Defense is gonna carry the team this season.
Okay.
We ain't lying.
If you could trade drafts with any other team, you get all of their draft picks and then they get all of your draft picks. Who would you trade with? What team?
Myself, because some of them first round draft picks. I mean,
Okay. Nobody
I
drafted anybody that. Go ahead.
nobody didn't draft like in the first round. It was some good picks that like. So let me explain this. This is just me. I go off about scheme and fit.
Okay.
I like Stony Styles, for instance. He fits Washington because Dan Quinn loves them fast and physical
Mm-hmm.
defensive players. Do I think that Stony Styles will fit over here? I don't think he'll get the same success that he probably would get going over there to Washington.
Fair.
So when I look at things like in the first round, I don't think anybody drafted anybody. Anything. I think trying to think.
What about the
And
offensive linemen? So I think the
I,
Browns
if
got an offensive
anything,
lineman. The
I will
Jets, you
go with
think?
the Panthers, and I hate saying that with little bro
Ooh,
because
okay.
I Monroe Freeling, again,
Mm.
very, very,
Yeah.
very good offensive lineman, very
Yeah.
tough, and he would definitely fit in
Okay.
over with especially on that right side with him and Lindstrom right there. I think that would definitely work. That would be the only
Okay.
one that I probably would say. And I mean, people might think, well, you're being biased because it's Georgia. No, I let the G go once they
Yeah.
go. I'm looking at scheme fit, like schematically. And
Okay.
then if I did, I forgot who Dunker went to. I think Dunker went to y'all.
Dunker came to us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We were hoping Dunker was going to be there if we did want to go offensive lineman to go ahead
Okay.
with that. So that'll be another one. So it wouldn't
Okay.
be like a whole draft. It'll be like I'll take that
It'd just be
pick from
players.
you. Yeah,
Got it.
that'll be that.
Okay.
That'll be
That's
how
fair.
that is.
That's fair. You kind of answered this already, but you might have a different answer based on how I asked the question. If your team had a "this always happens" moment, what is it besides missing field goals?
You know what? Special teams.
Yeah,
Last
just
year
as a
it
whole.
was so as a whole, we were like, bro, why would you go and cut that way? I know you did not just take that out. I know you can tackle. Oh, that's another thing. This always happens. We can't tackle when it matters the most. I don't know what where the fundamentals go in their head, but we can't tackle when we need it the most. So that is this a it's always happening. If somebody say something, what happened on that play? Missed tackles. So it always happens. It always happens.
Okay.
That's just that.
Okay. And then my final question is if you could send a message to the GM or the owner, what message would you send to them? What would you want them to know?
Uncle Art, I love you. I love what you do for literally the Atlanta community, what you have done for Metro Atlanta, and what you mean to this organization. But I'm gonna tell you this: I need you to be patient. I know you ain't got that. I know Father Time is on you.
Fair.
Your son will have you. But at the same token, I need you to get out the business and let them do what they need to do. Okay? Get out the business because we wouldn't be here. You didn't have no succession plan. You didn't know what was going to go on to move forward. We could have had somebody after Matt Ryan. We could have let Matt Ryan stay and play for 2 more years before we even needed another quarterback. But you decided to sit over here and let them put Desmond Ritter on the field and thought we was finna go do something. Let alone Marcus Mariota and that messed up play against the freaking Panthers on Thursday night, and you thought we was finna do something. By the way, that's a Falcons on Falcons type moment. So that's what I'm saying. You stay out the business, okay? I just need you signing off on checks, congratulating these players, and making sure that the team is going in the direction that they need, that they told you that they was going in.
That's fair.
That's all I need you to do. I don't need you to try to be Jerry Jones Jr. Okay, I don't need
Oh
that.
gosh.
I don't need that. Okay, I don't need you to try to put your nose in everything. Okay, you see it ain't working for him. Don't you do it over here. Okay, you already got iffy fans anyway. Okay, they gonna take them butts out them seats, and you want
Yeah.
butts in the seats to make money. So listen and be patient, and let them do what
True.
they gotta do. Okay, that's all we got
Mm,
to do. We here.
I
We
love
want
it.
championships too, but be patient.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Well, that's a great message. Shout out to that message. And I don't have any other questions. I just want to thank you for joining me and thank you for working through all of the things we always work through, but we always manage to
Hey,
figure
we
it
did.
out
This
and
is
get
year
to
two
the
that this
end.
didn't happen. Year two that this didn't happen, and I was praying that it wouldn't, but I should have just got on my phone from the beginning, and we would have been
Yeah,
straight. But it's
I
okay though.
know. Well,
We
listen,
know
you know what
now.
they say, third time's a charm. So if I decide to do something this year for college football, we're getting on the phone. Like we're just gonna we're starting from the phone.
We just
Anyways,
gonna do that.
yeah, anything you want to end with, all your information will be in the comment section as always, or in the description as always, so people can find you
Oh,
and all the
exactly.
different things that you do. But anything you want to share, anything else you want us to know about the Falcons?
I just want y'all to know 28-3 does not affect us anymore. We'll start clowning you and your team. Okay. And especially if you sit over here and made yourself look like a mockery and a fool, we will start clowning you. Okay. So don't come over here with that 28-3 mess. All right. Stop saying Falcons because it's not gonna happen because half your team to sit over here and fail too. Just because you made it to the playoffs, it don't mean nothing. Okay. And understand the dirty birds are here. It don't matter. It don't matter. Okay. We still gonna be here. And we still gonna be fan. If you want to call my fan base annoying, so is yours. Now go run and go tell your other fans that. And y'all can catch me every Tuesday in the season on my Falcon space if y'all have some issue, problems, and concerns. Cause I promise you, I don't think you want it with my people when it comes down to the Falcons. Cause we start talking schematics. Okay. We start talking stats. Let's not do that. Just be respectful. And we won't bother you, okay? We birds. We don't like to be bothered, okay? We do not like we fast birds at that. So we don't like to be bothered. Once you bother us, we skedaddle. Cause we ain't got time. Now, if you a Saints fan, we got time today. Let go. Let go. Okay, because you got two of my babies on y'all team,
Mm.
and now I gotta start talking about them, especially one of my favorite babies. So it's okay though. Cause when we sit over there and put another stomping on y'all again, I don't want to hear nothing. I'll see y'all at the bins.
Bye, everyone.